Is there a chance we'll see a second referendum?
There's a chance that we will see a people's vote on the final deal when it's negotiated. I'm not saying a probability, but a reasonable chance. And the reason is this, that the Brexit that the British people are getting is a very, very different set of proposals and a very different set of ideas from what was originally promised and what was originally advertised in the first referendum in 2016. I mean, people weren't told that leaving the European Union, for example, would be so expensive, involving tens of billions of pounds, not just once off, but for future years. They weren't told that Brexit would devalue our currency and result in higher prices in our shops. They weren't told that European doctors and nurses would be leaving Britain, and that's already starting. They weren't told that it would be such a colossally messy and complex process. In fact, they were told that making a new deal with the European Union would be the easiest thing in history. They were told that we would get exactly the same trade benefits between Britain and the European Union. Well, that is obviously not going to be the case. But I think also they weren't told that we were both going to leave the European Union, but in many respects be bound by the same European rule book, but now without a say in the making of those rules. Now, for all these and other reasons, it's giving people pause for thought about whether we should leave, or certainly the terms on which we should leave the European Union, and that's why support for a final people's vote, another referendum on the final deal, is growing in Britain.
What do you think the result would be if a referendum was taken today?
The polls indicate that it would be in favour of remaining in the European Union. There was another set of polls released just yesterday. But there's not been an avalanche, there's not been a sort of massive shift one way or the other. I think what the British people are doing by and large are holding their fire. They're waiting to see what the British Prime Minister brings back from the negotiation. She said she'll do that in this autumn. They've cut her some slack in this negotiation, and then they will judge the outcome when it's brought back. That's not now. In the meantime, they have lives to lead, and they're prepared to just sit back and watch the British parties and politicians falling out as they are over Brexit. But I think when the time comes, they will want their own say, because this is absolutely central to Britain's economic and its political destiny, not just in Europe, but in the world as a whole.